Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's She from Happiness and Crafting. So Friday Freebie, we are on number 194. Now it's just me today. I don't have my apprentice, but wasn't last week funny? We had such fun making the Friday Freebie last week, so I hope you saw it. If you didn't, please pop along and have a look because it was hilarious and Andy was such a good sport. So this week we have, I thought I'd do like a little collage-y thing for us today to make up, so you can obviously use these however you want, but I've got two ways that I think I might show you today. So we've got this lovely green sort of theme, we've got this lovely lady on here, we've got postcards, some lovely pattern paper there, we've got this beautiful rose, and I have a clock. So this is really nice, and again I've got another one for our lovely Ko-fi members and one-off supporters. So this is a different one obviously, and it's birdie themed, so it's really lovely. So I'm going to show you that I didn't do a video for this one this week because I've had a really busy week, and so this one I have made it, so I'm going to show you what I've made with that as well anyway, just to give you an idea. So let me just pop those to the side out of the way. I've got two cut ready because I'm going to do two of them today. So I've got, look, I've got a lovely little sort of pouch, and I've got this beautiful big tag. Now we're going to do a little bit of recycling as well. Now if you saw my video yesterday, I was using some Amazon packaging, so I've used it for these beautiful tags as well, so we can get rid of some of our, you know, hordes of recycled paper and stuff that we have in our stash. I'm sure you guys are like me, where we have lots and lots of bits. So this one I have just collaged sort of like the back. I've cut the little lady out here, and I'm going to just pop those in like that, which are fab. So we're going to make this one, and then we're going to make this lovely little pouch where I have added, I made this little sort of like little notebook note thingy majiggity you can have, and then I've just popped that in there, collaged the back, I've stuck the clock there, and then on the back I've just collaged the back. I did a few of my little doodles, so we've been doing doodles this week as well, so I thought I'd incorporate that in sort of like the back of this as well. A little bit of fabric, but I'm going to show you how I made these. No sewing on this one, which is fab, so love it, absolutely love it. Pop those to the side because that's what we're going to be making, and this was the Ko-fi, extra Ko-fi. So this one I've just made a little tag in there, well, like a little journaling card, and then I just collaged the back on there and made that into a little pocket. So beautiful. And this is some trim from Tapology, I believe. I think I've got one on this one as well here, so that's a little bit of Tapology trim. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now if you saw my video as well last night or yesterday, I think it was, I made these. Now this actually goes into here lovely, so you could make yourself a little ephemera folder as well, or if you've already made one, and they just pop in there. So that's a fabulous gift, isn't it, which I'm loving. And then we did the big long one. This was with the new papers that I've got. Oh, I've got some here. I haven't got all of them here because I've used some of them, but these are just the backing papers. These are collage papers 4, I think, and they got little birdie bits on, birdie bits or little birds on, which are lovely. So I've got 6 landscape, and then I had 3 portrait like that because I don't normally do portrait, but I wanted to make some like little tool journals like this, which I love. So pop those to the side. So that's those bits done. Let's pop those there. This is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to use again some Amazon packaging. So all I've done, I've stuck a couple of pieces together. I think I've done 3 pieces, which I've just glued together. I thought I'd do that first. I think this one is only 2. Now the Amazon packaging that I have, let me just get a little bit here. I know everybody doesn't get the same packaging, but when they send me stuff, not all the time, I get one which has got like little perforated bits on there, so it comes off in little sections, which is absolutely perfect. So all as I did is take two pieces like that. This one's a different sort of paper. It's a little bit coarser, I think. And then I just did this. Popped a little bit of glue stick all the way down and stuck one on top of the other. So this is a great way of getting, you know, if you've got lots of sort of packaging and bits like that and you've got this paper, if you just sort of like stick some together like this, doesn't have to be perfect. This is great for backing your ephemera pieces like that. Let's just stick that together. I need to use this one anyway in a minute. Just makes it go quite hard. So then what you can do is just stick your little pieces onto here and cut them out, or make little bags that we're going to be doing today. So that's a nice little bit of recycling, isn't it? So let me pop that on there because I go all gluey. So what should we do first? Shall we do the bag? Now I'm going to pop these pieces over there. Again, my desk isn't big enough. So this is what we're going to do. Really, really simple. I'm going to take a piece. Shall I measure it? Just in case you don't know, I've got sellotape all over my ruler here. This is roughly 7.5, just under 7.5 inches by 18.5 centimeters, should I say. So that's 37 centimeters, or that's 12, oopsie daisy, 12, 13, 14, nearly 15 inches. So that's roughly how big this piece is. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it up together in half like that. I'm going to just fold the two top bits down just a little bit, just like that. So again, like I said, no sewing on this one. I'm going to sew on the tag, just around the tag. So we just fold those two pieces down just so it you know, opens up nicely like that, because as you've got these two little pieces on there. Now shall I just quickly glue that? I'm going to just glue that actually down with some 3-in-1, or you can stick it down with tape, which I'm going to do in a minute on the sides. So just stick that down. Again, if you want to sew it, you can sew it, but this is just a quick way of making a little pouch, little recycled pouch. So stick that down like that, and then I'm going to take my craft tape, which is the paper tape. I'll pop a link underneath the video for this, but you can use masking tape, it doesn't matter. You can use washi tape, whatever you got. Don't go out and buy anything, just use whatever you've got. And I'm just going to seal the sides with a little bit of tape, just like that. Nice and simple, nice and quick and simple. I'll cut those little bits off in a minute. Let's just take this out, a little bit of tape, stick it down. I go through phases where I use my craft tape, that's what I mean. So you'll probably see me in videos where I use it lots, and then you'll see me where I don't use it at all, where we forget about it and we go on to something else, and then it comes back in again, doesn't it? Let's just chop those bits off, and the top pieces. There we go. One easy, what do we say, easy peasy, don't we? Open that up if I can, and there we go, a little bag. And then these are lovely to just, if you do like send happy mail and stuff like that, you can pop all sorts of little bits and pieces in these, can't you? There we go. That was really, really simple, wasn't it? Now I'm going to take one of my little set. I've just cut these out like this. Now I'm going to use, just going to pop a little bit of backing on here, just because on this one I've just got a little bit of sort of like music paper on there, and I've also got some on the back as well. So I've got music paper and I've also got some book paper, so I'm going to use some of this as well. So get your, you don't have to use book paper, you can use a little bit of digital paper, a bit of a magazine. You don't have to use anything at all, or you could stamp it. Just pop the little stamps on there with a little rubber stamp or silicone stamp. The nice thing about this craft one is, oops gosh, things stick to it and you can paint on it. Do you know what I mean? Some of the other tapes are quite shiny, so you can't sort of like stick anything over the top. I think I'll just stick that down there. Go. Pop that on there like that. Let's do the back while we're doing this. Let's take some music paper. So again, just do a nice little collage on the back. If you don't have any Amazon packaging or anything like that, you could make it out of magazines, can't you? You could even make it out of like a little cereal box. You don't have to have the packaging. You can make it quite hard. Just pop two little bits of cardboard together and tape them together. I'm going to stick that down like that. And what should we have? Should I just put a little bit of this? Stick that there. There we go. It's been a week of doing sort of like quite simple things this week. Sort of a little bit of de-stressing, because I know I did a resin video this week. It's not everybody's cup of tea doing that, but I love it, and I like to do different sort of projects and stuff, not just stick to one thing. I like to do lots of little bits and pieces. That's why it's happiness and crafting, because I like to craft and try out different things. So there we go, that's the back, and this is going to be the front. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this down on here like that. I think I'm going to stick it down with a bit of 3-in-1, just because it's a little bit quicker while I'm doing this. But you can use PVA glue, tacky glue, whatever you've got. I'm just going to stick this down because while I'm doing the video, it's just a little bit quicker to do. Stick that on there. And then what I'm going to do with this one, this is sort of like going to go in the middle like that. What should we do? Let me just stick, I stuck the clock to the back of that, so it makes this a little bit of a bigger pocket. So it's got to be stuck like that, hasn't it? So let's just, oops, I need to stick this side. A little bit of glue on there. Make sure you've sort of got your clock, oops, too high. Clock a little bit straight. There we go. So that's just stuck on there, on the back. Get rid of that little bit of glue that I messed up. And that can sit on here like that, which is lovely. And what I've done, I think what I did on this one, this doesn't go all the way through, so it's not like a belly band. I popped some glue down the middle and along the top and the bottom, so they're like little tucks. Do you know what I mean? So this doesn't go all the way through, so this isn't loose. You've got like two little pockets either side. So that's what we're going to do with this one. So I'm going to actually do it with this, because I think the 3-in-1 is just a bit too thick. So I'm just going to pop a little bit down through the middle, and then I'm going to go along here, and then along this bit like that, just to stick those bits down. And then that gives you a nice little tuck either side. Pop that there like that. Stick that down through the middle. Because sometimes when you do a belly band, it goes quite sort of like loose, doesn't it? And things sort of like, sometimes they sort of like fall through. So there we go. That's those two bits. So I'm going to pop that to the side. I'm going to take these two. I'm going to take that extra bit of paper that I made. Here we go. And I'm going to glue them on like this. This one I'm just going to stick down on top of there. Like that. Take my ruler and just, oops, oh well, it can rip there, that's okay. Give me less to work with, it might be a little bit easier. There we go. Pop that like that, oops. And then that like that. So then we've got this little one, so you can make that into like a little booklet like this, which I've done here. Shall we do that? We could do that, couldn't we? Let's take another piece. So we want another piece of this. So let's go this way. Measure it that way. Tear that off. Fold that over. There we go. So that's our little booklet. Tear that little bit down there, and then what we're going to do, we just cover this with whatever you like, little bits and pieces. Which way should we just stick this on? So it's a nice little scruffy booklet. Well, not really a booklet, it means it's something that you can, I'm not going to put any pages in it. I'm going to put that on there. That can go down there, and then we'll have a little bit of, let's have a little bit of music paper on there as well. This can go. Put that down. And this can go this side. Oops. Gosh, bit of a mess. There we go, good job, it's a messy one, isn't it? So that can be stuck down. Let's fold that in half like that. So that's our little booklet. It might be a little bit big actually. Do you think it's a bit big to go in there? No, that fits lovely, doesn't it? Right, should we pop something on top like that? Well, that can go on top. Look, I've got my little pot. This is my attempt at making a little sort of dish thing. Let's just pop this on. My little trinket tray that was, with my attempts on the resin. Okay, I'm going to use my glue gun to stick this bit down. Just a little bit of lacy bit on there. Oops. I'm going to use this. I go from one glue to another. So I have them all ready, don't I? So they're all there. Look at that. So you can have that as like a little journaling spot in there. Look at that. That's just perfect, isn't it? So this little one here, do you think that will fit on there? That should fit on there. Let's tear this little bit off here. Oopsie, oh, got stuck with glue everywhere. Didn't do a very good job of that, did I? There we go. I'm going to just glue this on. PVA is good paper to paper. If you have anything else, if you're a newbie, if you have any other like bits of fabric, you want a sort of bit of a stronger glue, but it will work if that's all you've got, but just leave it to dry for a little while. There we go. How simple is that? And then you can just write on the back of that. Again, you can always go around that with a little bit of sewing, whether it's hand stitching it or stitching it with a machine. But there we go. So now we want something to go across the top, and maybe something along the bottom. Let's have a look. I've got this bit of grungy green, which we can have it scruffy along there, couldn't we? That looks quite nice actually. That fits absolutely perfect as well. Should we just, I'm going to just do that. I'm just going to do that. Let's just go along there. Look at that. Let's just stick this down. Perfect. Oops. There we go. And then glue everywhere. Shall we have a look? What can we stick along the bottom? Just a little bit of the lace. Oh my gosh. Pop a little bit of lace along there, look. There we go. What else have I got in here? Little bow. Pop a little bow. You could probably pop. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? I think this is a fan going around the back of her head like that. It's a big feather fan, but oh, I could stick this on her head, couldn't I? Looks like she's got a little bow in her hair. I was going to put it down there, but I think it looks quite nice in her hair. There we are. So what should we put on the bottom? Should I just do like a little faux bow? I just tie a little knot like that. Pull that out. Don't do it too tight, but if you just make a little bow, tie a little knot. Let's get rid of these little bits. So I'm sort of actually making a bow. Just tie a little knot and have those ends, and look, you've got like a little bow which we can stick on there. Nice and simple, isn't it? There we go, love it. Okay, I was going to do a little bit of doodling on the back, but I think I might wait until these bits are dry. But how simple is that, and how lovely. I think that's really nice. Then we can pop one of our lovely, I love this paper, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So that can pop inside. So that's a lovely one, isn't it? Really, really nice. You could actually probably put something a little bit diamantes around her neck, would look quite nice, wouldn't they? Or I've even got like a little, pop a little bit of feather in her hair. All sorts of things. Right, so that's that one. Now what I would like to show you how to do quickly is the tag. Now let's just pop that back in there. The tag is super simple as well. Let's pop this lid on. Now what I've got here is a piece of paper that I there's 3 pieces in there that I've stuck on there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to use this as a template. Now this tag is, let me just measure. We have got 4 1/4 inches, or about 11 centimeters by 17.5 centimeters, or 6 3/4 inches. So that's a rough idea of what size that is. Oh no, I need that. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it like this, and I'm actually just going to take that out so I don't cut those. Put my little bit of fluff in there perfect quickness, I'm just going to quickly just do this. Go down, across. I'm going to just turn this upside down so I don't cut that little tassel off. I'm going to go across here like that. So that's our tag look, and I'm going to just bend that in half. Don't flatten this, but just bend it in half, and then you can just do that, and then you've got the same tag corners as that. So love it. There we go. How easy was that? And I'm also going to make a couple of these as well. So we've got these now. Do I have, oh, I've got a little bit of paper here which we can back those with before we start sewing. Let's do those. I'm going to stick them down with some glue. Oops. This is a nice one because there's not really any measuring or anything that's difficult to do. It's just sort of sticking. Now, like I said, I am going to sew on the sewing machine, but that's just optional. You don't have to do that. Just stick. If you want to just stick them on. Let's pop that one there. And I'm just going to roughly cut that in a minute. Just going to leave like a little border around. Like that. Now again, you can rip it so you've got some like scruffy edges. And all the leftover bits you can just pop into your recycling. Because I used to keep a lot of it and I don't use it. So I'm just going to recycle it. That's sort of straight, isn't it? Perfect. Let me just pop this into my bin. Which my bin needs emptying. Right, I'm going to bring it in the sewing machine. Let me put my scissors back in there, lid on here. I've got my little pot here because then I can have that upside down. Okay, let's see. Let's bring in our sewing machine. Pop these to the side. So there we go. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to just go around the edge on this one and around the edge, but I'm actually going to sew onto the little postcard. I'm not going to just go around the edge, I'm just going to go onto the little postcardy bit. So let's start with this one. Okay, so there we go, easy peasy. Let's pop this to the side. So we got one super simple tag, look, and then we have got, oops, I was taking the wrong one. We've got two little sort of journaling cards, which are lovely. I might actually just, let's just trim this up a little bit more. It's a little bit wibbly wobbly. That looks a little bit better. Doesn't have to be so big. That look a little bit better. There we go. That's just me being fussy. So there's all my messy bits. Okay, so on this one, right, let's just do the backing first. Let's just make the back. So what I did with this one, I popped that at the top. So all I'm going to do is bring that up. So put it where you want it to be, but I want to cut these corners off so it matches in with the tag. So I'm just going to push it up to the top like that. Just go over just a little bit. And then I'm going to cut these off like this. And then bring that down, and look, you've got the same angle as you have where you've got your tag. So that's quite a simple, easy way to do that. Let's glue this on. Oops. Okay, you could always sew all these pieces on. You don't have to just glue them on, you could sew them on. Stick them on, pop them on little foam pads so they've got a bit of dimension to them. And then what I've done with the clock, I've cut it in half. Now let's find number 12, right. So I'm going straight the way up through the middle like that. And I'm going to pop one side, and then I'm going to pop one the other side. Now this is just what I'm doing, but again, do however you like. This is just an idea. I quite like the thought of the clock either side. I think it looks quite nice. Go. A little bit of glue, stick it to the edge of there. Stick it to the edge of here. Like that. Oops. Not quite level, but that's okay. Right, now this little lady, what I'm going to do with her, I've actually cut it off like this, look, which I think looks really nice, doesn't it? Pop those in. So what I've done, taken this, I've gone from her little hand there, I've gone around, just cut. Don't have to do it perfect. You can do a sort of little bit of, give a little edge to it if you wanted to, but just give that little wiggle, because that's just a little bit of sort of feathers on there. There we go. Then we can use that. I didn't use that in the last one, did I? Look at that. I think that looks fab, doesn't it? Let's get rid of the little white bits on there. And what I'm going to do is just stick that down like that, and then we've got this fab little pocket. I'm going to use, actually I'm going to use this because it will stick a little bit quicker for me for the video. So just a little bit of glue along those two straight edges. Pop that down like that. Look at that, isn't that lovely? And then these will just slot in, but I'm not going to do that quite yet because I want to make a little hole in here to pop something. I'm going to just use my crocodile, pop a little hole in the top. Which one are we going for? This is 3/16 of an inch, the bigger one, and the smaller one is 1/8 of an inch. I know that, I don't know why I keep looking. That can just make a little hole in there. You see, super simple. What did I do with my brads? I meant eyelets, not brads. So I've got some coloured ones, so I thought maybe I'll pop a green one in there. Should we go for the green? There we go, let's, oh gosh, if I can. There we go. That in, squeeze that down, and there we go. So that bottom one that I've squeezed that in at was number 1, and that was number 4 at the top. So I'm not sure whether that's the correct one. I don't think it is, but never mind. Let's pop the lid on there. Okay. So then we've got our lovely little pocket like that to put our little journaling cards in. And then I've got this, which is from Tapology, which I'm loving this colour, which I've put on the last one, so I might actually go for this one if I can take it off. Where do you reckon the end is? Is that it there? Look at me, I'm going to make a big mess now. Now I didn't use all of it, I just took 3 sort of strands of it. I'm going to cut that because I couldn't quite get it through that little hole. So I'm going to just take, oh, I like both of those. Let's see if I can get this through there. Pop that through the hole. There we go. Open that up. Oops, don't pull it all the way through. There we go. Lovely. Then we've got a little top of our tag. So that looks nice. So should we do a little bit of doodling on the back of this one? Let's just finish this off, shall we? Oh, I could probably stick a little bow or something on there, couldn't I? Left her a little bit plain, but then I quite like that. I think I might leave it like that. But this one, she's all dolled up on this one, isn't she? So I'm going to just take that off, and then let's just do a little bit of doodling. Let me just get my pen. Here we go. I think this one will do. This is just a pigment liner, STA, but these ones, I like these ones. I bought these a couple of times, but they don't last very long. So if you're into your doodling, so all I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this for a little doodle, because I quite like to doodle at the moment, and I think it just gives that little extra for your handmade products that you're doing, or whatever you're doing. I think it just gives that little bit of you in your work, and it doesn't have to be difficult. Look at that, very, very simple. Whoops, like that. So I'm just going to do one on there. So that's this way. I'm going to get my, I've got a Posca pen, but again you can use anything that you've got, and I'm just going to just add a little bit like that, just round at the top. I hope you can see that. It's just, this is a sort of a creamy colour. What colour does this sort? This is just beige, so it's not very exciting, but I think it just adds just a little bit. Let's just pop a little dot in there like that. So it doesn't have to be fancy, just super quick. There we go. That's all I'm going to pop on the back, and I'm loving it. So there we go, guys. That is a few little things that we've done this week to go in there. So we've got that one. I've got another one here which can go into this one, which I made. This one is a little bit shorter, but I'm loving these. They're so simple and so great to pop into little pockets. I think I'll make one of these with the Kofi Extra. Look at these, just beautiful. Where's the Kofi Extra one? What did I do with that? It's somewhere. I don't know where our Kofi Extra one is. It's disappeared somewhere. Never mind. But this is what you get. So if you are a member of my Facebook group, Happiness and Crafting, pop along and you can download this one. There's lots more in there that you can download for the previous weeks as well. If you're not in the Facebook group, there is a link below the video where you can join into the group, and then you can print off these, and whatever you make using my digital kits and papers you can post in the group, which is lovely because there's lots of inspiration in there. This is the Kofi Extra. This is for Kofi one-off and monthly supporters, which I really do appreciate. So pop over to Kofi and print that off. All details are under the video anyway. So there we go, guys. Have a fabulous weekend. I'm going to pop that. I wonder where, I don't know where that's gone. That's disappeared. That's strange. Never mind. I've got the Kofi one somewhere. But there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.